皆さんこんにちは。厳しいロックダウンの生活にももう慣れてきました。コータローです。今日もトロントからお送りします。今日はラプターズとか NBA の動画を出しているアマチュアアワースポーツというチャンネルを運営しているジェイコブ君に協力してもらって、渡辺選手に対するイメージとかをリアルにひいき目なしに語ってもらいました。用意したものはズームと素敵なマイクだけです。台本は一切ございません。それではどうぞ。What was your first impression of Yuta Watanabe?
First impression of Yuta Watanabe, I think that noticing him kind of in preseason, it was about his energy, and it was kind of refreshing to see that energy come off the bench. A guy like Yuta coming in, he's got to work for his role, and you could tell that he really wanted to work for his minutes on the Toronto Raptors because obviously a lot of competition. Team coming off a pretty good season last year, not quite coming off this season, but a lot of competition for those positions. So immediately noticed his energy, noticed as well that he seemed to be a pretty smart defender on the court and had a bit of height that the Raptors kind of lack with their wing depth. And I think that he's listed at 6'8", 6'9". That's pretty good for the Raptors to come off the bench and be just a bit of a bigger presence. And the IQ, and probably the last thing, maybe his versatility, his ability to play big, sometimes maybe even if he has to play as a four, but also he kind of has the ball handling to play as more of a shooting guard sometimes, maybe not all the time with the talent on the Raptors, but he's got a lot of great qualities about him. And you noticed immediately that he's working for his opportunities with this team.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. Okay, what is his problem for get a rotation spot?
I think the biggest problem is just there's so much competition, like I was saying in that first point. Like if you look at the wing depth, you've got like Matt Thomas, Terrence Davis, Paul Watson can't even get a game. DeAndre Bembry hasn't been getting a lot of time on the court. Stanley Johnson is just coming into some of the minutes, and then there's Yuta as well. So there's six guys kind of fighting for that bench depth. And the way the Raps are playing, Nick Nurse hasn't done a really good job in solidifying what his rotation is going to be. So there's just so many guys trying to get into that small forward bench spot that, he's testing guys out, and Yuta has, I think he's done all right in those little spells, those little pockets that he's been given. But I think he's got the ability to, in those opportunities, if he has a good game and gets on a good run, then he could lock up that spot for himself. But biggest problem is there's just a lot of guys in the team right now.
Okay, yeah, I think so too. Yeah. Okay, the third question is: do you think the team sending him to G League bubble this year?
Do I think he'll go to the G League bubble? I think, well, he's on the two-way contract, right? So
Yeah.
I think what it would have been best for him was to be in and out of G League, so kind of doing double duty. Like last year, O'Shea Brissett was a guy who kind of did double duty and had some good games with the Raptors, not with the Raptors anymore. But I, based on what I've seen from him so far, I don't think he'll be sent to the G League bubble. But I don't think so. But I think in an ideal situation, he can play both G League, get a bunch of minutes, develop, and also if the Raptors need him, he's available to use for them as well. But I would say if I had to pick, I don't think he'll be going to the G League.
Oh yeah. Okay. Nice. Thank you.
I'm sure you hope for the same thing, right?
Yeah, I hope to. Yeah, I hope so. Okay, the last question. This is very serious. Okay. Now he's two-way contract player, but do you think he'll get NBA contract this year or next season?
Like after this season, okay. I think this season, I think they'll keep him on that two-way just because he's already on that. But at the end of the season, I think it's hard to say. I think it depends on how he plays. Like I said, he's getting those little opportunities. So if he like really shows out in some of those opportunities, I think there are teams who would like to bring that sort of size and ball handling and mix with the ability to shoot the three ball decently well. But it'll depend on if he can improve on what he's done. Like, some of his stats this season, he's shooting 43% from three, which is great. He's 4 for 7 from three, I think it is, or 3 for 7 from three, I think it is. And then, but you look at his field goal percentage, it's only about 27%.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
We know that if he can knock down his open threes. I think what's going to get him to that next level is more consistent finishing on the inside. Because if you look at his per 36, he averages 10 rebounds, more than 10 rebounds per game, and 3 blocks per game. So if he can kind of tighten those up and get that shooting a little bit better, I think he's going to get minutes for the Raptors, be in the rotation. And if he's in the rotation, maybe he gets that NBA contract when the season's done.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks so much. Yeah. It's that's a Japanese and maybe the agent's dream for get the NBA contract.
Yeah. I imagine. So. I think how many have there been in the NBA? How many Japanese players? Is it 3?
3, include him. And do you know Rui Hachimura?
Yeah, Rui Hachimura with the Wizards. Yeah. I'm sure you're a big fan of him as well.
Oh, really? Oh, thanks so much. In the Yuta Watanabe, who do you compare to the NBA player? Some people say, like me, I'm kind of, I think he's like Tayshaun Prince. Do you know Tayshaun Prince?
Oh, Taurean Prince?
Not Brooklyn one. The play like Detroit and like 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because he's got a bit of the length. It's still got that bit of shooting. Okay, I can kind of see that. Who would I compare? I haven't thought about this at all. Kind of thinking of who's like more of a longer type shooter, versatile. I can't think of any. I think Tayshaun Prince. I think that's a good one. I honestly, now that it's in my head, maybe Taurean Prince a little bit.
Oh yeah. In the Brooklyn.
Yeah, just because he got traded today.
Oh yeah, Cleveland.
I don't know where he went. Hang on, let me check real quick. Let's see. He ended up he did end up at Cleveland. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I think even that, just lengthy, can spot up, hit his three, can play decent defense. Maybe the athleticism isn't quite the same, but yeah, I think that's a decent comparison as well.
Okay, thanks so much. Okay, maybe finish.
Done. Okay. Yeah, we got a good conversation.
Yeah, thanks for taking time. Okay.
No problem, man. Sure. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, thanks for having me on the channel. Appreciated the conversation. I hope Yuta Watanabe can break through into the rotation for you and get that NBA contract you want. Yeah,
hope so. Yeah. You want to say anything?
Anything like about the Raptors or about my channel?
Oh yeah. It's of course.
About my channel?
Yeah.
Well, if it's your first time seeing me, I run the Amateur Hours Sports YouTube channel as well. I talk about Raptors content. I do game reviews and various opinionated topics. Like today, posted a little thing about Serge Ibaka. So if you're a fan of the Raptors, you kind of like what you saw from today, maybe go check out their videos. And if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. We're growing rapidly. It's a pleasure being on this channel here, but the channel is growing really fast, and I'm just very thankful and very grateful for the support. And if you like what you see, you want to hang out, please come join the movement. Join Amateur Sports.
Yeah, okay. 以上いかがだったでしょうか。動画の内容ですね。ちょっと後悔しているのが NBA 契約を勝ち取れるかと聞いた部分で、彼はオフにはいけるんじゃないかみたいな感じだったんですけど、このままローテーションに入って 2way 契約の上限50試合に達したらどうなると思うかっていう深掘りまでちょっと質問をすればよかったとちょっと反省してます。全部日本の英語教育が悪いせいです。これが日本の英語教育の闇です。嘘です。もっと勉強します。そして今回協力してくれたアマチュアワースポーツについての紹介です。海外の NBA YouTube 業界ってもう成熟しきってて、新しい人が出てきてももともと有名人とかじゃない限りなかなか人気になるのは難しいんですよね。ただ彼はもうここ最近すごく伸びてるんですよ。僕もバブル明けくらいに初めて彼の動画を見て、その時多分登録者800人もいなかったと思ったんですけど、なんか面白いし、何よりすごく聞きやすいんですよね。カナダの人の英語って癖がなくて教科書みたいな英語だって言われるんですけど、そんな感じですごく聞きやすいからずっと見てました。そこから気づいたら数ヶ月で今1600人ぐらい。競争の激しい中でこれって実は結構すごくて、競技に限らず各チームに10人以上とか、そのチームについての動画を出してる方いるんですよ。日本で NBA YouTuber っていうと10人くらいパッと浮かぶと思うんですけど、そういう感覚で各チームに10人ずつくらい 少なくとも5、6人とか最低でもそのチームメインで動画出してる人がいます。でその中で今すごい伸びてる。しかも彼の場合すごいのは動画とか特に入れたりせずにもう本当にマイク1本でもう本当喋るだけで伸びてます。そこが本当自分はすごいなと思ってます。今回彼にお願いした理由の一つもそこにあって、これからすごく伸びるチャンネルになるかもしれないということで今回彼にお願いしました。あとウィリアム・ルーさんとか、ユータ大好きって感じの動画出してくれてるんですけど、あえてそういうスタンスでない人に話を聞く方がリアルなものが聞けるかなと思ったので今回は彼にお願いしました。で2つ返事で何の見返りも求めず快諾してくれて、僕としても協力してくれたお礼に彼のチャンネル貢献したいのでぜひ皆さんチャンネル登録よろしくお願いします。自動で英語字幕も出てきます。たまに自動の字幕だと変なのありますが彼の英語聞きやすいのであんまり変な字幕とかないですね。英語勉強中の人もぜひチェックしてみてください。で動画はもっと続いていてラプターズとか八村選手についても少し話してます。興味あるよって方はコメントもしくは天国営業ボタンを押してください。今日の動画は以上です。コメントもお待ちしております。いつも本当にありがとうございます。この動画いいと思ったらいいねとチャンネルボタンよろしくお願いいたします。このチャンネルではラプターズの情報、NBA のニュース、あと日本人選手のニュースをなるべく速報で出していくことを心がけています。よければチャンネル登録よろしくお願いします。また、See ya!